Learning Innovation for Tomorrow is our staff development and capacity building programme to embed principles of education for sustainability into our student experiences.
Well, LIFT's a really exciting initiative in the university. This is about innovation and learning really in the curriculum. It's very much saying that the underpinnings of what we think about education for sustainability are really important for all students, for all staff, for all courses. And we want, all subject areas to be thinking about, how they can make more of that and really develop that so that we have graduates with the attributes we need.
Our LIFT programme has 6 core principles. They build in an approach to education that we call Education for Sustainability. Those principles are all designed to make sure that the kind of education we're giving our students is equipping them to be something more than specialists who were trained in one discipline.
So the name of our LIFT project was the Sustainable Sports Professional. What we were trying to do with this is get our students to understand real world scenarios, find an answer to problems that there are in the sports coaching climate, linking this into the goals of education for sustainability and get our students to try and generate something that could actually be a business for them in the future.
I would summarise Thread Counts as being a forum, both virtual and physical, which brings people together with a shared interest in making changes to our understanding of how fashion and textiles and ethical and sustainable design come together and work. We were engaging students with the wider public as well.
When we started this project, I think the most important thing for us was it gave students a real world experience. Much of our course is about the theory of occupational psychology, but of course we're producing occupational psychologists, so by the time they finish our course they go out there straight into real world jobs. And we wanted them to know what they were going into from a futures perspective, thinking about how what they're learning now is going to impact future thinking for big organisations and help, develop their sustainability.
The name of the project is Speed Consultancy. It is about helping the students to engage with senior leaders and critically analyse a real life problem, and then in a very short space of time delve into what's really going on. The identified problem is always different from the presenting problem, critically analyse that, and then generate some ideas to help the senior leader take that forward.
The name of our project is the Lower High Street Project, which is essentially based on our students working on local history on the Lower High Street part of the town, which is a kind of neglected part of Cheltenham, and putting together an exhibition so students are getting practical skills of doing research and presenting it to a wider audience rather than just an academic one. Learning for sustainability in a historical sense means looking at the past as a resource and how the study of the past can be something which shapes the future. And with the Lower High Street, it's particularly relevant because the area is constantly undergoing regeneration. By looking at the past and understanding how things happen can also have an impact on the future.
So the name of the project is Designing New Curriculums and Pedagogy. The intention was to bring a subject group together and actually define a sort of a manifesto, vision and values for the course. In terms of education and sustainability, it's very much more about the idea of student empowerment. It's about enabling students to start to think about their futures, and it's about futures thinking, but it's also about the way that students think about their career path, the way that they start to develop their ethical approaches.
So the project we're running through LIFT is called Restorative Justice through International Partnerships. So the LIFT project that we're running is part of a wider project that's a tri-university partnership effectively between ourselves, University of Gloucestershire, Ulster University in Belfast, Northern Ireland, and Humber College of Advanced Learning, which is in Toronto in Canada. We've got a lot of emphasis on restorative justice as part of this LIFT project. We've got a paper going to the American Society of Criminology that a few of us have produced collaboratively between the 3 institutions. And what we're doing is establishing a series of opportunities for students as part of fieldwork and as part of semester-long exchanges, and open up opportunities again that are not normally available to them.
Yeah, the project that I've been involved in is all about trying to teach confidence, and so they're going to do journalism that I hope will make a difference at some point in their lives, and they'll have the courage to actually challenge some assumptions and some stereotypes, and to ask the awkward questions that might actually change the world a bit. I mean, it's been fantastic. We've worked with some drama graduates from this university, from the Oxtors campus, and it's been great working with them. They've been fantastic at helping with some scripting and with some exercises which lead into the sessions. They're getting great experience, they're getting great stuff for their own kind of CVs and portfolios.
Our project was called Changing Communities, Changing Perceptions. We were interested in opportunities for really thinking about how we can challenge some of the dominant narratives around migrants and what it is to be a migrant, and really get students to start picking up on these kinds of debates and use it really actively within their photographic projects. And alongside that, we were challenging students around their methodology as well. So we introduced students to some collaborative and participatory working practices. We had to look as a class, as a group, at how the project was going to be assessed. And it really challenged the students to think about what they were being assessed on. So the students had an opportunity to formulate the assessment criteria. So in terms of education for sustainability, what the students were actually starting to do was engage in a much more active way in how their education is run and constructed.
It's equipping them to actually be agents of change and be capable of influencing the direction of their professions as they go on into their careers and acting for positive change for sustainability.
So we put together some funding to support selected projects. They give a focus to the teams that are leading on those. There's great development of staff through those projects, and it means that we are working so that we get some of our big themes that we're really interested in through in those projects. So internationalisation, without saying it, has become probably a theme in half of those projects. Working externally and involving students in work externally has really become a big theme in some of those projects. So that those projects have huge value. So the LIFT programme is a real success.
We've had 8 excellent projects that have developed community learning and global partnerships and some really interesting staff development initiatives. We'll analyse the impact of that, and we'll be developing the second wave of the LIFT initiative. It's going to have quite a strong focus on the development of business and learning partnerships with our core academic schools.